we'll show you why you should be part of the CVM Visual Art Program, discovering the school, the city, and the program itself. In Montreal, it's the people from every corner of the world coming together to create something vibrant, exclusive, and uniquely Montreal. Here, you'll hear different language on every street, smell spices from around the globe, and celebrate a mosaic of culture, all in one city. That's what makes it more than just a great place to live. It's a place where you belong. Montreal is one of the most culturally diverse cities in North America. Walk through the cities and you'll hear French and English spoken side by side with influence from dozen other languages and traditions, from the Chinatown to the Little Italy, and from historic old Montreal to the modern downtown. The city is a true mix of culture and lifestyle, and of course architecture. That diversity is what makes Montreal so unique. Montreal is often called the city of festival for a good reason. The Just for Love Festival is world famous, attracting comedian audience from around the globe. Music lovers flock to Montreal International Jazz Festival, the largest of its kind in the world, featuring legendary artists every summer. And the celebration doesn't stop. Even when it gets cold in this winter, the city hosts outdoor concert, light show, and winter carnival. That proves that Montreal knows how to celebrate all year long. No matter when you visit, there will always be something to do. Getting around Montreal is easy thanks to the well-connected transport system. The subway, aka Metro, is a fast and efficient way to travel. It takes you from all the key parts of the city. With colorful artwork in many stations, even the subway rides feel like an experience. Biking is also huge in Montreal. With miles of bike path, it's one of the most bike-friendly cities in North America. And of course, city bus and pedestrian-friendly streets makes it simple to explore at your own pace, whether you're heading to a festival, a museum, or just wandering through the neighborhood. Transportation here keeps the city moving smoothly. Montreal is also incredibly diverse, a real mix of culture from the Chinatown to the Little Italy to the vibrant Plateau District, museum, and art gallery like Pointe-à-Calière Museum highlights the city's heritage. In fact, that museum is built over the remains of Montreal's very first settlement, giving visitors a deeper look into the story. So whether it's the city cultural diversity, its history, festival, or even the way people get around, Montreal has a rhythm and energy all its own. And now speaking of what makes a city special, education, a big part of Montreal identity. Now I'll pass to my teammate who is going to tell you about Cégep, life, and more specifically about Cégep du Vieux-Montréal.
Are you nervous about starting Cégep? Or maybe you don't know which one to go to? I'm sure that CVM can help you with that. For starters, our student life is really top-notch, and you can really feel a sense of community. If you're interested in playing any sports in Cégep, well, we have soccer, volleyball, basketball, all sorts of stuff, and even a chess club. For those who like concerts, like rock or dance or any type like that, well, there's some right here in our Exode, which is like a little cafe. Me personally, I really like to play badminton at lunchtime. The thing I like most about CVM is that we have a lot of resources to help out all our students with whatever difficulty they're having with, let's say French or philosophy or any other class like that. We really help out our students the most we can with all the resources that we offer there. Here's a sign for people that need help in philosophy. There's the schedule right underneath. Then there's CAF. We have Tutorat par le Père and many more. This is the set for people who need computers for their exams. But by far, the top one place in entire Cégep that I really like is the library. Because if you walk directly inside the library, you'll see that it's very calm and it's a really good place to do all your work. And we even have une zone de silence right here where people can sleep. And we have a really nice view of the city skyline from downtown. For the people interested in a technical program, well, we have a bunch of workshops and storerooms where people can borrow equipment for various projects or work or anything. And even in some cases, in some programs, they also have a study room specifically for them and for that program, and it really helps those people as much as possible with all the different resources they have access to within that study room. Fun fact that in mechanical engineering, we actually have so many machines and equipment that actually some university students come here to CVM to actually work on their project but with our equipment, because they just don't have access to them, but we do. So we're very lucky to have all those different machines and equipment for our program. Here at CVM, we really have a wide variety of courses going from science to history to art. And for our people in our technical programs, we have classes for that specific program, and you're going to be using a lot of different equipment and utilities to really help you out in that program. Furthermore, on our programs, here's Revi to talk about our visual arts program.
If you can't talk about a great city without mentioning one of its great schools, then you certainly can't talk about that great school without mentioning one of its best programs. And what makes visual arts CVM's best program? Well, how many other programs can you say have an entire floor dedicated to it? There are so many wonderful things you can say about the visual arts program at Cégep du Vieux-Montréal. So firstly, we have variety and courses. If you're a visual arts student at Cégep du Vieux-Montréal, then you're going to have mandatory painting, drawing, and sculpting lessons. Now, these are your basics in visual arts and have likely been your first experience or first exposure to anything in the art world. Here, you will be able to expand on what you already know and learn new things thanks to our talented team of wonderful professors. These classes are made possible with the immense amount of materials that are offered to you: clay, plaster, ink, charcoal, paint, watercolors. We have a huge variety of different mediums for you to choose from. Now, making art is one thing, but understanding your art is another. Thankfully, we have art history class for this. Now, art history is a great way to learn how art has progressed throughout the years and teaches you how your style has come to be, how the artists who have influenced you and made you want to study art in the first place got influenced themselves by other artists. These classes help you understand the evolution of art up until the point that's brought you to learn more about it. Now, as a student, what would be a wonderful way of seeing firsthand the evolution of art history? How about with one of the multiple outings that's offered to you throughout this program? No matter what year or what class you're in, there will always be a long list of outings and possibilities, such as the Museum of Fine Arts, private galleries, galleries on Saint Laurent, and even the UQAM Gallery. I'd like to discuss materials and equipment. Firstly, I want to mention how accessible all of these equipments are. Here you will encounter machines, equipment, materials that you have likely never seen or ever used before, and that you might never see or use again. But you are able to do so here for free, and with a wonderful team of teachers who are here and ready to explain to you, mentor you, and show you the works. So not only is most of the material free, but we also encourage the use and the reuse of recycled materials. There is an entire section on the 11th floor where students can leave behind old artworks, pieces they don't use anymore, or some leftover scraps for another student to take. After all, one man's trash is another man's treasure. We have gigantic classrooms wall to walls with windows, so you have all the natural light and a gorgeous view on the city to give you the space you need as an artist to grow with a magnificent view on downtown Montreal. We have physical materials such as ink presses for printing or painting supplies, as well as digital materials. We have labs filled with computers with free access to Photoshop and other editing softwares. Once you've gotten your degree and you've finished your time here in visual arts, where to go? Well, before the time comes, you'll have had a production class. Throughout the production class, your teachers will teach you how to make an adequate portfolio. Therefore, the production class has been a big help in ensuring that a visual arts student from Cégep du Vieux-Montréal is able to move on to go to university in a visual arts program. With the rest of the students, you get to put together an end-of-the-year exposition. This gives a student an excellent chance to feel what it's like to be an artist exposing their works in a museum or in a gallery, for example. You have a lot of doors open to you for different industries. Yes, you can become an artist or a performer, like you had probably pictured in your mind when you walked into this program, but you walk out of it being someone who could become an art historian, a curator, someone who inks cool designs on t-shirts, or a graphic designer. The possibilities are endless. Many of our students have went on to pursue these kinds of careers and have succeeded as artists and performers, all talented alike. So I ask that you yourself, as soon as you can, go take a trip to Cégep du Vieux-Montréal and look at all the art rooms. You'll thank me later.